In America, the line between a religion and a cult is often blurry, shifting with time, money, and public opinion. Groups once seen as dangerous sects can become respected churches. Take the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints or Mormons, now a global faith, but once persecuted as a radical cult. Their founder was killed by a mob, and they were driven from state to state. Yet, they endured and became a powerful institution. The Unification Church, or Moonies, faced similar suspicion in the 1970s, with mass weddings and a controversial leader. Both groups transformed their public image, moving from the fringes to the mainstream. Their stories force us to ask, what is a cult, who decides, and how do money and power change everything? By examining the Mormons and the Moonies, we see how belief, perception, and power shape American religion. Their histories reveal how society chooses which faiths to embrace. To understand these groups, start with their founders and beliefs. Joseph Smith, founder of Mormonism, claimed to translate golden plates into the Book of Mormon, an American scripture. Mormons believe in a physical God, eternal families, and modern prophets. Early polygamy set them apart and fueled controversy. The Unification Church began in 1954 with Sun Myung Moon, who claimed Jesus chose him to finish his mission. Moon taught that humanity's original sin was a corrupted bloodline, and he and his wife were the true parents. Their core text, the Divine Principle, reinterprets the Bible and centers on Moon's messianic role. Mass weddings, blessing ceremonies, became their signature, symbolizing a new, purified humanity. Both groups' unique beliefs and charismatic founders made them targets for suspicion. Their practices, from polygamy to mass weddings, alarmed outsiders and fueled their cult reputations. Yet, at their core, both sought to create a new spiritual order. Their radical ideas set the stage for their struggles and transformations. Early on, both groups faced intense suspicion and hostility. Mormons were attacked, driven from their homes, and even targeted by state violence. The murder of Joseph Smith made him a martyr and forced the group west, seeking refuge in Utah. The cult label followed them, keeping them outsiders for decades. In the 1970s, the Unification Church became the face of America's cult panic. Media stories of brainwashing and mind control fueled public fear. Moonies were ridiculed, harassed, and sometimes forcibly deprogrammed by hired specialists. Life inside meant isolation, long hours, and constant suspicion from the outside world. The term Moonie became a slur, and the group was seen as a threat to families and society. Both groups learned that being labeled a cult meant living as outsiders. The stigma was powerful, turning faith into a social liability, but both would find ways to change the narrative. Wealth became a turning point for both groups. Mormons built financial power early through tithing and smart investments, becoming a major economic force in Utah. Their assets now span real estate, agriculture, and media, making them one of the world's richest religious organizations. This wealth funded temples, missions, and humanitarian work, buying respectability. The Unification Church, under Moon, built a global business empire, owning the Washington Times, investing in fishing, real estate, and more. Their billions came from diverse sources, not just donations. Money gave both groups influence in politics and society. Suddenly, the cult label faded as their financial clout grew. Moon's political donations and media ownership made him a player in Washington. For both, money was the key to transforming from fringe sects to powerful institutions. In America, wealth can turn suspicion into acceptance. Public perception often changes through pivotal events, not theology. The Moonies' Boonville camp in the 1970s became a symbol of cult fear, until a health code violation shut it down. Learning from this, the church shifted to urban businesses and high-profile mass weddings, rebranding as a force for world peace. The Mormons' turning point was renouncing polygamy in 1890, paving the way for Utah's statehood and social integration. They emphasized family, patriotism, and clean living, recasting themselves as model Americans. The I'm a Mormon ad campaign and Mitt Romney's presidential runs further normalized their image. Both groups mastered public relations, using media and messaging to reshape how they were seen. What was once strange became familiar. Their journeys show how image, not just belief, determines acceptance. From cult scare to mainstream, it's all about the story you tell. Reinvention was their greatest tool. The stories of the Mormons and Moonies reveal a core truth. In America, money and influence paved the road from cult to church. Both began as marginalized groups with radical beliefs and charismatic leaders. Both faced hostility, but transformed their image through financial success and political connections. The word cult is often just a label for the powerless. As their wealth grew, so did their legitimacy. Mormons assimilated by emphasizing shared values. The Unification Church bought influence more directly. Moon never achieved full acceptance, but his power was undeniable. In America, respect sometimes follows riches, not love. Religious acceptance is a transaction: faith, capital, and strategy. The journey from cult to church is about integration, not just theology. In the end, power can make even the strangest beliefs seem respectable.